What's happening, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you here. In this video, we're going to dive back into the new, most disruptive, latest and greatest software that we call FlowChat. I'm going to be prospecting on Twitter today. Again, we work with all the platforms, but today we're staying focused on Twitter. Stay tuned. Pow! What's the FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you here with another high-ticket tune-up. In this tune-up, we are continuing on our prospecting journey on Twitter. Now, if you've never seen our tool before, I'm about to give you a full walkthrough where I'm actually using the tool to prospect for our business live. You can ask any questions you'd like to ask throughout this session. I would love to answer the questions. And if you see this software would be a fit for your business, please see the link below there. It says call.flowchat.com/one-on-one. Just book a call with us to see if it's the right fit for you. But today, join me as I prospect live on Twitter. Excited about this. Let's get into a quick screen share. So here we are back in our pipeline is what we call this. This is FlowChat. Now, if you've never seen one of these before, think of this as a one-way street going from left to right. The objective is to simply move cards from left to right, right? What's different about this tool than anything else is that you can see that if I zoom in here, you've got this little Twitter bird, right? And if I were to go to, say, let me just show you the different socials. We work on all of them: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and Slack. So, and actually soon doing TikTok. So, which is really, really exciting. But it's one place for all of the socials. And just a case in point, on Facebook, if you have people that you're messaging that might be good prospects for you, in an instant, you can collect all the people you've ever messaged and put them into a Kanban Trello style board like this and manage them. Never lose track of people. Don't get lost in waiting on the unread threads. Likes. So it's any post that's made anywhere, whether it's your post or someone else's. You can actually go to that post and collect just the people that put a reaction, like a thumb up or a heart or a love button or whatever. You can actually turn likes into leads in an instant. So you can collect all those leads, right? Your friends list or my friends list or anybody's friends list, right? We can collect all those people in an instant if they're the right prospects for you. And Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Twitter, it's all the same thing. We can go to any one of those groups. We can collect all of the group members in one swoop click. And now we got all the prospects we ever need. We can put them in a system and actually manage them very systematically and organically. Comments. This one is very powerful. It's one of the most engaged pieces on anyone on social. If people are commenting on other people's posts, they're usually active. We want active people to talk with us, right? So you can actually go to any post on the any platform that has the comments feature. So you get comments coming soon here. We've got comments on LinkedIn. We've got we don't have it here. We've got messages on Twitter, Telegram. We got messages in groups. Okay, so you can see that. So but comments. So anybody who comments on a post, we can go to that post. We can collect just the people who've commented on that post. The most engaged, probably the best to start speaking immediately in engagement. And then lastly, not least, is search. You can search for a job title, a term, a person, something. You can actually collect all the people that you've searched for and move them into the tool. Now, if that's not enough for you, you're probably like, that's amazing. I can get a million leads in an instant. Yes, that's correct, right? You can import them right into the tool. Very, very simple. And then every time you see an icon, like I mentioned, the Twitter bird here, or in other pipelines, I can show you another pipeline here. Let me show you one that looks like, here's one for Instagram. Show you this one. So Instagram, very similar, another pipeline flow here that you can see, but in this time, you're not going to have the Twitter birds on it. You're going to actually have the Instagram icon, right? And so that means you can actually connect directly right onto Instagram. So there we go. So you can see here's the little Instagram window instead of the little Tweety bird, right? So today, we're specifically focused on Twitter. So I'm going to go back to this flow. Now, you can build a pipeline to do anything, right? So this particular pipeline is a booking call pipeline for me. There are pipelines that can grow challenges, grow summits, grow groups. You can drive eyeballs to websites. You can build a podcast. You can grow a YouTube channel. We've done all of these things with a lot of success using FlowChat. Again, if this is for you, book a call for yourself or drop a question in the comments, and I'm going to come back and forth as we go. Let me come back and see if there's any questions or comments yet. There's one comment. Let's see what it says here. Someone says, yo, my friend, what's happening? It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Let's keep going. All right. So drop a comment. I'll come back from time to time. We can answer those. So what do we do? So we've imported some people in. We have 145 people sitting in here. We're street value of about almost $600,000, and we need to pre-qualify a few of these people. So what do? We hover over here and it says stage SOP. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. It says left click on the Twitter icon. So there's the Twitter icon. I would just left click there. Verify a yes answer to the questions below. Does this person have one of the following in their titles? Have they actively posted on Twitter in the past 10 days? Have they posted more than 100 tweets? Do they have more than 150 followers? Do they sell business to business? And do they speak English on their profile? If no to any of these questions, we just mark this card as not qualified. So I just click here and I mark as not qualified, and I'd move on to the next one, right? It actually removes it out of the flow, so you don't have to worry about it, right? But let's say there's a yes answer, then we're just moving it to the pre-qualified stage. So let me go ahead and start the flow so you can see. I'm going to go pretty fast today. So again, we're just left clicking. We're looking at this guy's Twitter profile here. We see he's got more than a number of tweets. He's got more than the number of followers we look for. He's a digital writer, means he sells business to business. He's also an ex-crypto head, writing and building a positive mindset. He also speaks in English, which tells me that he is in an English-speaking country, which would completely qualify for exactly what we're looking for. In this case, we just go back, and this guy now is pre-qualified. So there's one. Let's do another one, right? So Brian Dunn, same thing. It's just a flow, right? It has the amount of tweets we need. Unleash your inner athlete. Okay, so it looks like he's the co-founder of a men's group. So let's go look at his link tree real quick to see exactly what he does here. Okay, the inner. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he does sell probably to. He's business to. I would say business owners. So he's probably a fit. He's got a number of followers. He's definitely speaking in English. And August 13th. Let's see here. His last post. Let's see. Get down here. August 22nd, September 7th. So it's just over 10 days. That I'm gonna let this guy go through because I think he's gonna be a good fit. Next one, right? Same thing here. You can see how easy this is. You can start to go really, really fast as you're going through this. Now, it works for all types of industries. 17 tweets. I used to close 30K packages. He helps companies, so he's business to business. He's with average closers and stores. He's going to love what we do. He's got the right amount of followers. He's definitely speaking English. And let's just go down and make sure. Let's see, September 4th to the 7th. Yeah, 3 days ago. This dude's definitely a ringer. He's a great fit. Okay, so now these three people done. Now, what I do is every single day, I try to make sure there's at least about 25 people in my pre-qualified stage, and then I'm going to move on to the next one, right? So I do 25 of those. I come here. What does this one say? It says right-click on the Twitter icon. So we're right-clicking here. We're left-clicking one of the 5 versions of our engagement message. We call this one right here our engagement message. And we click the follow button. Then we like 3 of the posts, comment on 2 of them. And we scroll to the most recent and we click the apply, paste, and send message template. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you how to do it. So now we've got all these cards sitting in here. And by the way, if you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but it looks like it takes a lot of time. Yeah, it is person to person, one-to-one at scale. We don't believe in automation and bots. The reason we're compliant with all the terms of service within the compliance line of all the platforms is because we don't use any actions in this particular part. Okay. So right click. Now, when I right click, all these message templates appear here. And if I zoom in, you can see version 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'm going to start with 5. Usually, and any one of these things that are assigned are going to be the ones that pop to the top. And if something is a default, where you have this radio button selected, that means if you actually were to left click this icon instead of right click, the one that's defaulted is copied to your clipboard. But in this case, I right clicked here on the Twitter bird, and I'm going to left click on that one. That's now copied to my clipboard and now into this guy's page. I see that he's already got the message beacon here. But what I'm going to do is my engagement strategy. So I'm going to go down here, retweeted that one. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go 1, 2, come down here. We'll say 3, 4 likes. Now we're going to drop 2 comments. Here we come down here. And I'll say, love this, right? So there's one comment, 2 likes. I've done 1 comment. I'm going to do 1 more. Truth, right? So you can say anything you want. You can ask questions. You can do whatever. I like sometimes to just hashtags because that's what Twitter's all about. And so now I've dropped 2, and then I'm just going to come back up here to his pinned post. And then on his pinned post here, I see, let's see. Okay, cool. So I can actually comment. Actually, I'm going to go to a different one. So I'll just go down here, maybe to one more. Thailand, the same shop, my car, monkey food. Here we go. Bang. So I just paste, and then an engagement message. I like the direction of your account. Glad to reach out to another or let's chat. Just send a follow. Boom. I hit send, and then I hit follow. And now I'm done with this step, and I can close this profile. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to move him over. Right. And now what I'm waiting for him is for his follow request to be dialed in. So in this stage, Left click the Twitter icon, verify he's following you, then move the card to the confirm following step, right? So how do we check that? Now, how I'm checking this on Twitter is making sure, so I go back here and I see he's got the message icon. So that to me is a move forward. So I'll move him over here. And now I have this chance to send him an icebreaker message. Now I'm getting into the game. I'm actually going to start prospecting him pretty hard. And it's just today here. You can see the date. And by the way, you can change this by clicking here and setting different dates. But in this case, it's today. So what do? Well, I hover over here. It says left click, click direct message icon, paste and send the icebreaker template, move forward to the icebreakers. Okay, so all I'm doing is, again, left clicking here. And then on his profile pops up. Shoot, what happened? There we go. Click the message icon. And now I'm in the direct messages, right? And I click here, right click, and then I hit paste. It's just, okay. Sweet Joseph, I'm a lover of anyone using social. What has made the biggest difference in terms for you for growth? And then I just hit send. And then I go back here and I just drag them along to right here. Now, what's pretty awesome about this tool is I have a variation, right? So I have that one message that you just saw with Joseph. Let me go back and show you again. So you can see it. So here in Twitter profile, here was my message. It says, sweet, I'm a lover of anyone that focuses on growing business using social. What's made the biggest difference for you in terms of growth? I'm starting a conversation with them. And let's say I don't want to send that message. I'll leave that one up. And we're going to go back over here and we're going to see if somebody else has actually already followed. So we have the messaging icons. We don't have one here. Okay, so if there's not one there, we're just going to take this and we're going to move it to 2 days in the future. We're going to go to the next one. Just looking for one that's got the messaging icon here. Oh, still don't have that one here. So do the next one. 2 days in the future. See if Yusuf is ready. Nope, not yet. Okay, and then sometimes these people aren't going to respond to you, and that's fine, right? Like, I mean, they're busy. So we'll give them another couple of days. Let's see if Anne is ready to go. Nope, not yet. Okay. And again, all this takes is just bucketing some time to do it every single day. It's very, very simple. Okay, so here we have Jocelyn is ready. So we're going to come back here. We're going to move Jocelyn over to confirm a following accepted. Now, you remember I sent the icebreaker message to Joseph here, but with Jocelyn, I want to send my icebreaker version 2. So if I hover over here, you can see variation. You know, right click on the Twitter icon, left click on the icebreaker invite to call V2 template. Click the direct message icon, paste and send it, and then move it to that second stage. So what I'm doing here is instead of left clicking, I'm right clicking. Click, you can see now that there's 2 versions. Boom, boom, boom. This one, the defaults when I left click, copied to my clipboard. If I right click, now I can left click on this one. That's now copied to my clipboard. I'm in Jocelyn's profile here. I click the message icon and I'm back to sending her a message. And you can see I'm fairly new to Twitter, but on other major platforms, we're getting our feet wet in Twitter. We're setting up a few calls. We feel strong connection with based on their profile. We're hungry to learn a bit more. Now, why is this worth doing? Referrals. Okay, so this isn't quite fit. So actually, I'm just going to come up here. Let's see. I'll take that part out. I need to kind of rewrite this here. Fairly new to Twitter, but seasoned on all their platforms. As we're getting feedback on Twitter, we're setting up a few calls we'll feel strong connection with based on their social profile. We're hungry to learn a bit more about what you do or not. Our disruptive software can support you on your business journey. Are you up for a chat? So that's a very straightforward version of a message that I can send. Now, this one's direct. This one's very direct because I'm asking for a call in my first message. Now, I've already said some stuff on her profile. Typically, this doesn't work, but I'm testing it, right? And so in case in point, I'm actually going to copy this because I want to update my pipeline. So I can come back here and I want to update this message so it actually reflects what is said here. But see, this version, I'm actually still working on this one. It's an even longer one. So I'm going to name, I'm going to make a new template. So just go here. I'm going to call this one version 3.0. And then I'm going to take all of this and I'm just going to hit paste. And then it will just take out Jocelyn and I put in my variable of first name. So now I've updated and edited my my whole entire thing. I can hit save here. boom, and here's what happens. Now I've got, let's see, I've got version, oh look, I've already got a couple of different versions here. I've got 5.1, 5.2. Let's see. Okay, that's the one I just did. Oh look, it's exactly the same. So I can just go ahead and I will actually delete one because I already had it. I didn't think I had it there, but I do. So now I've got 3 different versions. This version 3.0 is complete. I need to work on the version 2.0. But anyway, long story short, I sent this version 2.0 over here and move over here, and I'm going to wait a day and see what she's done. And now once I've done that with all my icebreakers sent, I usually make sure and send a minimum of about 5 to 25 every single day because that's always new coming in. First, I'm going to go back over to our StreamYard, see if there's any other questions or comments. No comments or questions yet, but I got a bunch of hearts. That's cool. All right, let's keep going. So now you can see that there's all these overdue. What does that mean? That means Sean took a long weekend, right? So if we come over all the way to the far right, you can see we're looking to book calls and we have all this nurture in here. Philip Rivers, let's start all the way over here. We'll click here. And this is an actual off script message. And the reason I know it's off script is because I have this little flag right here. See the flag? If I don't want it to be off script, I can change it to no priority. Boom. And then it'll change to no priority. I know it's off script, meaning it fell kind of out of the track of what I was supposed to talk about. So let's go back and see how this works. Click here, and then we're going to see, didn't see you get started, something you'll be able to do in the next. So this guy, I sent the first message, you remember, and he says, yo, FlowChat looks sick. Can I sign up for a demo? I said, of course, we like have a call to make sure you're up with the right package. However, here's what to do to go and actually purchase. So now I see that he hasn't purchased. Hey, Philip, how's it going? Haven't seen you jump in yet. Were you serious about getting started? What's holding back? I'll send that message. Then I'm just going to go back and then look, he's already ready to buy, which is cool. And I'm going to move this card to more in the future. Actually, wait, today's the 7th. Yeah, so the 9th. Okay, cool. So that one's done. Now we'll just work backwards. What are we doing? We've invited all these guys to calls here. So let's see if anybody's ready for a call. Legacy Compass. Come in here. Click on here. I am not interested at the moment. Thanks for asking. So if I were to right click and paste, it says, okay, so I can't send this message. This was copied to my template. And now hit. Okay. No worries. Okay, so let's see if he doesn't want to respond. So he said no to the call. I'm not interested at the moment, but thanks for asking. I would say it because I use Gumroad, which is software, is providing you all the necessary opportunity you want. Or can you tell me a bit about why you wouldn't to look at a very disruptive tech? I always push just a little bit more. So when someone says no, I say no worries. And what you can do is you can say, hey, look, like let's get connected here in Messenger. This is a great place in the sales process to actually I'll see this message. It's pretty long, it's good engagement. And so I push it back one last time. And if he comes back not interested, I'm like, great, you refer me to. In this case, I'm going to leave it like that. So I come back here and I've already invited him to the call. I've sent it. Here's what I'll do. I'll just move him over here. So he said no to the call, but I haven't asked for it yet. So I'm just going to leave him here when I'm ready. And then I can just very simply, I'd be able to, and then I could click the message template that would have the when no to call. I could just left click that and then wake me in, and I could be able to for a referral right there. Very simple. Okay, Akram and see what he has to say. By the way, those little question rules, they tell you exactly what to do in every single stage. What is it? I don't have a team, bro. Paste. Okay, so this doesn't work. So it's a tech that manages one messaging at scale. would love to do this way. I can send a quick video for you to watch, or better, we can hop on a call. You know what's best. There we go. So he's open to the call, right? But he hasn't said he wants to know a little bit more information, which is fine. And then I just said, hey, I can send you a quick video, or better, we can hop on a call. Now, what you can do is you can explain it in chat. However, I don't like to explain it in chat. I would rather have somebody jump on a call with me. So I don't like to get into. Remember, when you're messaging, the biggest thing to remember is we're not trying to sell the thing that we're seeing. We're trying to sell the next step in the process. And when you get that mindset built in, messaging becomes ultra easy. Because when you start a messaging conversation, the first one I think about is, how do I get engagement? Number one, that's it. If you get engagement, you're winning. Number two, once you've gotten engagement, we need to wrench the conversation around just a bit. I call it the transition phase, to where you can open the window and invite them to a call, which I've done here, right? And then he said a little bit of resistance is fine. And then I say it's a tech that manages one-on-one messaging at scale. I can send a quick video, or better, we can hop on a call. Let me know what's best. And so now I've given him an option. I've told him a little bit more about it. It's very simple. He can absorb that very quickly. He'd be like, oh yeah, just send me the video. Or yeah, let's do a quick call. Either way is, so I'm going to come back here, and I'm actually going to move him along as well. So let's go to John Knotts. Now, John Knotts, I believe, off script message you here. And again, when you first start building flows, what you'll find is flows don't work, but you can see it does get into conversation here as we're going through this one. And then you kind of go off script, and you go off for a little while until you start to see the patterns and the trends. And once you get them, you put that in your pipeline and work forever and ever and ever. Let's see here. I'll connect with you in a couple of days to get some feedback. Hey, John, I could hit paste, right? Again, that message is incorrect, so I'm going to change this. Hey, John, I gave you a couple days. Were you able to catch that full vid over the holiday week? There we go. I said, hey, John, to him. I've asked him again. I'm going to come back here, and I can just move him as well. Move here, which is great. Bruce, on to the next one here. So again, flag means off script. I'm doing is an off script message. See what Bruce says. Okay, I give week today, August 26th, a week. We need to go back and look if it's been a week. So how do we do that? Well, we can come back and look in his card, and we can see when he was moved. So 9/7. So today is 9. So if we back and let's see, last message was, okay, so 26. So 26, and if I look at my calendar, I believe it's a little bit less than a week. So I'm going to let it ride. Yeah, so the 20, today's the 7th, 26. So actually, it's close. Go ahead and send the message. I think so. We're going to go ahead and, okay, we'll just go back over to his profile. Whoopsie, didn't mean to open that. It's been about a week. Hope you had a lovely Labor Day. Were you able to watch the full vid? There we go. So now I've sent the message to Bruce. I can mark him off, and I'll go back here, and I'm going to move him along to this one. And now I'm going to go to another off script here. Click on this one. And that's it, guys. You just run the play over and over and over and over again. And I can tell you this booked a tremendous amount of calls. Let me know what you find. Okay, so this one's a little bit off script. I'm just going to hit fire. Let's see, because he actually, so this conversation, you can see I've had these conversations now for about a week. I've gotten great engagement. I've gotten to the point where I can ask people for a call. It's very casual. It's very authentic. It's very original. We went into the conversation about different books. He recommended some books to me, and I said, that's on my list. Let me know. I've ordered the ones you've mentioned. We'll report back. And so I'm just going to leave this one as it is. here, and I'm going to change this to probably Friday. And so I'll leave this one red flag. Now, one of the other things that I think is important, if you go back here and look at his page. Yeah, so what I wanted to share with you in my messages, scroll down, you can see these ones are the ones that are unread. So if I wanted to go look for these ones, right? So let's see, Sultan of Copy. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to hit search. I'm going to type in Sultan. I'm going to hit enter, and then the Sultan will come up. Sultan of Copy. Here he is right here. So I know where he's sitting in my process. I've invited him for an icebreaker, and so I'm now gathering information. So I can click here. It takes me back to Messenger. Click on the message button. Click on, boom, and then I hit paste. And chatting more. Is there a better way to connect other than Twitter? That was my template. Boom, I sent it. Now back over here, and I'll move them over there. That's it. So now we would go back over to Twitter, wherever we were. Click on messages. And you can see now I've responded to that one. Now we're going to go to War of Wealth. So I'm going to go War, enter. Find the War Room. Let's see, War of Wealth. Here it is here. So now I can click on this one. Bang. He's almost in the same spot. Click on his message. Hey man, if you mean through Twitter, there's been a lot of different methods. Check link in my bio if you'd like some tips. Paste. Very interested in chatting with you more. And then in this case, let's go back and actually look at his link in bio. It's told us to do it, so let's go do it. Oh, he uses Gumroad as well. Okay, so Gumroad is an interesting tool for getting followers and making money. However, this actually violates a lot of terms of service I'm aware of that might breach into it. I'm not going to say bad things about anybody, but I see you are using Gumroad. It's great tech. How's it working for you? And then I could put a zinger in there, say, we built a completely destructive software that may. Yeah. Let's do this. I'll move this one up. And that's this one, right? So now I've said, very interested to chat more with you. We built a completely disruptive software that may supplement. Pro tip here, always leave a question at the end whenever you're messaging. You can see this one has a question, but this is a follow-up, so that doesn't have it. When you leave questions at the end of your messages, you'll always keep the engagement going. It makes it easy for the other person because they know the answer. And a pro tip, a lot of us want to ask lots of questions. One question. Don't do that. Only ask one question per message. It will serve you very, very well in the future. I promise, right? So now we wait there. We're going to go back and we're going to move this along here because now he's put it over here because I'm gathering some information from him. And then we can go back over to Twitter and hit messages and go to the next unread one, which is going to be Gianni. So we'll go to Gianni's message here. Gianni, see where it is in the flow. There he is. Okay, he's in info gather too, so he's ready to invite for call. I click the message. I've got that one stored in my clipboard, and I can go into the messages. Answering your initial for my personal brand, no, but as simple as possible. I want to be a one-person biz, so I'm going to focus on building an audience and raising to sell a few digital products. Perfect. This is a perfect reason for him to use FlowChat, right? So to grow the brand, I'll keep my Twitter newsletter and launch a podcast at some point. Perfect recognition you have. Good to see people you doing good, and I don't have a direct outreach strategy. Man. Oh, let's paste messages. Sounds you got it. You wouldn't be interested in checking out our new and disruptive sales tech, would you? It's something you may find extremely useful. And I love to set up a quick chat with Zoom. And love to set up a quick chat over Zoom with you, and if you're open to it. Okay. So there we go. And then I'm actually going to drop a PS. PS, love your singular focus. think our tech may be able to amplify and accelerate what you're currently doing. Here we go. Got a good engagement. Now we have the opportunity. We've just done the invite for a call. He's dropped the good information. So we're going to go back there, and now we can move him along to have invited him to call. You can see how fast this starts to go when you kind of know what you're doing. So we'll go back and we'll just answer the other unread messages. And this is it, guys. It's not hard work. You just got to do the work. Like, and using FlowChat keeps you completely interested. Sultan of copy. Let's go back and find the Sultan of. Here he is, Sultan of copy. Okay, so we're again trying to get some information back from him. Message, and very interested in chatting more with you. Oh, it's a different Sultan. Let's see here. Okay, on this case. So this guy is in here. I'll just put Sultan, question mark, send, wrong guy. All right, so Sultan of copy was, that's interesting. Sultan, I guess Imran, that's the guy I was looking for. Imran Kushner. Okay, so I'll go back and look for Imran. Imran. Oh, wow, he's in the same place. So I click there. There we go. All right. Answer, I'm not very active on Twitter, but I post daily on LinkedIn. Let's connect there. Also, let me know if you could. Okay, cool. So he said, let's go connect on LinkedIn. So what we're going to do, this is awesome. Watch this. Open link, a new tab. Here's his LinkedIn profile. I build personal brands, I'm immediately going to say more. I'm going to hit connect, and I'm going to say add a note, and I'm going to say, hey, Imran, let's connect here. I messaged you on Twitter and you asked me to connect with you here. Just so he remembers, looking forward to chatting. And that's the beauty of FlowChat. Now I can hit send, and here's the cool, I can simply just take this link, copy it. Watch this. I go back to his card. I go into his card. I'm going to add a link, and I'm going to drop his profile right here. Boom. Then I can save. Guess what happened? Now I have a Twitter bird, and I also have a LinkedIn message. So if I click LinkedIn, guess where I'm at? I just ended up on his LinkedIn profile. Or if I go back, I can actually click on Twitter, and I go to Twitter. Same guy, different profile. Pretty awesome, right? So now you've seen that it works everywhere, which is fantastic. I'll know now. I'm going to move this to the 8th, and I'm actually going to make a note here in my notes that said on 9/7/22, prospect asked to be contacted in LinkedIn. Continue combo there. And so as soon as he, what's really amazing about LinkedIn is once I'm here, and I go to messages, and when Imran's message appears in my message inbox, I'm going to grab the link. So let's say that this was his message. I would copy this link. I come back over here, back into his card and to his links, and I can add the chat as well. Paste, save. And now I've got not only LinkedIn as his main profile, but I've also got direct to his inbox here in LinkedIn, and I've also got direct to his Twitter account here. I can add Facebook and Discord and Telegram, and all of them will just show up right there. In this case, that's not his direct messenger. So I'm just going to go back here, delete this chat one for now, and take that one off. So you can see I've taken that one off. And that is it. That's all you got to do. Just, do that. Everything goes back. Click on the search filters, and we are back. We're back to where we need to be, and we can continue running this play. Now, with that said, I'm actually going to stop my screen share. I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to ask any questions that you guys have so far. I would love to just chat a little bit more about what's happening. Let's see here. Okay, 25 a day keeps poverty away, says Chris Baden. There's our CEO watching us live. What works, what happens, how it is. So very valuable there. If you have any other questions, please drop them here for me. And again, we have some new people that are joining. Welcome to our group here. Anthony Pallison, welcome to being here. Also, we've got Michelle, welcome. We've got Becky, welcome to you as well, Becky. Love to have you here. What's up, Sean? Pumped to have you in the group. Okay, Sue Birch, sorry. What's up, Sue Birch? Sue Birch, welcome to the family. And again, this one here, I'd like to welcome Andrew Hendry, all right? And then welcome Jennifer. You guys seeing this pattern here? Check it out. It's pretty crazy that we have this whole system systemized. So if you need a system to not only grow maybe a group, like let's say you're growing a Facebook group, one of the most viable strategies of all time, you can use FlowChat to grow your group at scale. We've never spent $1 on paid ads. We've never done a challenge. We've never done a summit. We've never done anything other than use tech to grow our business. It works wickedly well. So again, if this is something that you see might solve a problem for you, please book a call. There's a link right down there. Call flowchat.com/one-on-one, and let's get you going. I'm excited. But that said, that's going to end today's session. I look forward to seeing you next time. And for now, talk to you soon.